Namaste. Welcome to this session with Vidya Nahar. Please consult your physician to ensure the suitability of the exercises in the following video for your specific needs. The creators and distributors of this video are not responsible for any injuries or damages caused to you by following the exercises demonstrated in this video. Thank you for your interest. Good luck and best wishes. Please keep up your breath and posture awareness throughout this practice. Alright, so we're going to get started on the back. Whenever you're ready, you may go down fully flat on your back like this. And stretch out your arms and legs, get that full body stretch. Close your eyes, bring your awareness to this place that you're occupying right now. Just like you left your shoes, socks, everything away. Leave your thoughts away on the side. With your eyes closed, feel supported by the earth, by everybody here. By the same token, extend your support to Mother Earth, to everybody here and everybody around you in your life. We are all independent, interdependent, and ultimately one at the same time. Now stretch your right hand beyond the left hand, right leg beyond the left leg, keeping them on the floor. So intentionally stretching your right side more than the left. At the same time, press the right side of the body more firmly on the mat. Feel this intentional imbalance so we can be more aware of the balance and the equilibrium. Relax the right side of the body. Stretch your left hand beyond the right hand and left leg beyond the right leg. Making your left side intentionally longer and heavier. Feel this imbalance. One side heavier and longer than the other. Now relax, let go, divide your body between upper and lower halves. Keep the lower body relaxed and stretch your upper body, reaching with your arms, fingertips towards the back wall. Feel this stretch in the sides of your trunk. Now relax, let go. Stretch your toes of both feet towards the front wall. Point your toes like you are reaching the front wall. Feel the stretch in the fronts of your legs. Feel the stretch from your hips to your toe tips. Upper body is relaxed. If somebody sees you from outside, not much is happening. But you know you are changing the intention of the pose by shifting your weight, your awareness, your alignment. Now push to the heels of your feet to the front wall. Turn your toes towards you or to the ceiling. You will feel the stretch in your backs of the legs. Feel the stretch from your hips to your heels. Keeping your feet flexed, just separate your feet to the outer corners of the mat. So you are opening your inner thighs. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs and again in the backs of your legs. In the same position, now let your feet fall off to the corners of the mat. Toes falling sideways, pointing in the opposite direction. That means legs are relaxed. And bring your palms on your stomach, on your belly button region. Move your awareness from your body to your breath. As you exhale, you draw the stomach in away from your palms. As you inhale, let the stomach relax and rise towards the palms. You don't need to push the stomach up. You let the incoming air do the job of filling your belly up. Like a balloon becoming smaller with outgoing air and rising, expanding with incoming air. Inhale, smoothly evolving into exhale. Exhale, smoothly evolving into inhale. Enjoy the rhythm of the body in each breath. You are the observer, you are the observed. Nothing that's being observed goes unaffected by the observer. This is the law of quantum physics. So keep observing, observe your breath, observe your posture, and you'll start noticing subtle changes in the ways you breathe, the ways you carry yourself, the ways you stand, sit, eat, talk, act, relax. Observe first. With this awareness of body and breath, invite your mind to be a part of this practice. Establish the intention of you being here today. Maybe you are here to learn something new about yourself, or let go of something that has been bothering you, or reinforce whatever you have been practicing, or restore your equilibrium. Test your strengths, challenge your limitations. Spend time with like-minded people, invest time in yourself. Or you are here because your practice allows you to feel focused, strong, flexible, at peace with yourself, with your surroundings, happy, healthy, open to new possibilities. Whatever it is that brings you here, set it in your own words, make it your own practice, and release it. Let it happen at its own pace. Our job is just to practice, let the universe deliver the results. Now let your palms fall off to the sides, facing the sky, about 8 inches away from your hips. With your eyes open or closed, we'll practice eye muscle movements. Without turning your head, look all the way to your right, just with your eyes moving. Look all the way to your left, again just the eyes moving. Look towards the back wall with your inhale. To start synchronizing nose with your breath. Next, exhale, look straight ahead towards the front wall, wherever you can see in the front. Inhale, look straight up towards the ceiling above your nose, as if you are piercing through the roof to look at the sky. And exhale to the tip of your nose. Make 3 circular moves with your eyes on the ceiling, like you're drawing big circles on the ceiling, just with your eyes. And go the other way 3 times. Practice these eye muscle stretches every morning before you get out of bed, just to awaken your eyes. Eyes are directly attached to the brain, so that also awakens, alerts your brain. Now rapidly blink your eyes several times, releasing the tension from eyes, eyebrows, forehead. With your eyes open or closed again, turn your head to the right, look towards your right side. Feel the stretch in the left side of your neck, keep your shoulders relaxed. And especially press the left shoulder to the floor. Come back to the center. Turn your head to the left side as you press your right shoulder to the floor. You may do all of these moves with your eyes open or closed. I recommend keeping eyes closed so you can feel it from within. Come back to the center. Now bring your feet closer together in the center. And lift your head with your hands behind your head. Hold on to a few hair and lift up your neck. Pull on your hair so you feel the stretch in the root of your neck. Massaging your thyroid. Compressing your throat, stretching the root of your neck. Keep your elbows open to the sides. Bring your forearms on the floor. Lift up your upper body. Bring the top of your head towards the floor, looking at the mat. So not just looking at the ceiling or at the back wall, but literally look at your mat. If your top of the head is not fully on the floor, slightly walk your forearms forward so that you can free up your arms and shoulders, and then bring the top of your head to the mat. This is your beginning fish pose, Matsyasana. It opens up your throat, compresses your neck. Keep pressing the crown of your head to the floor, not the back of your head. And then lift up your head one more time. Now bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and make a slow, thorough, deep neck rotation. Roll your head up towards your right with your inhale. Bring it down towards your left with your exhale. Finish it to the center. Reverse. Take it up towards your left with your inhale and down towards your right with your exhale. Go down one more time. And bring your arms towards the ceiling. So now we are reaching into the arms and shoulders. Keep your arms perpendicular to the ceiling, parallel to each other. And draw your shoulder blades back into the mat. Reach up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulder blades back. That means you retract your shoulders and protract your shoulders as you reach for the ceiling. One last time. Draw the shoulders back and reach up towards the ceiling. This time as you draw your shoulder blades down onto the mat, bring your elbows on your sides with your shoulders in line with your elbows, and there's an L shape at your elbows, your forearms perpendicular to the ceiling. Now lower your forearms towards the floor, towards your feet. Leave your elbows in line with your shoulders. If your hands don't touch the floor, that's okay. This is your rotator cuff stretch. Bring your forearms towards the ceiling again and lower towards the head, towards the floor. One more time. Forearms towards the ceiling, perpendicular to the ceiling. Down towards your feet, towards the floor. Up towards the ceiling. Just a 90-degree move each time. Leave your elbows on the floor. And forearms towards your head to the floor. One last time, towards the ceiling, 90-degree move, down towards your feet, up towards the ceiling, down towards your head. Now this time, bring your elbows in front of your shoulders, so another 90-degree move and open to the sides. Exhale as you bring your forearms towards the front, elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale as you open to the sides. One last time, exhale in front of you. And now extend your arms one more time. Reach all the way from your fingertips to your toe tips. We're going to reach into the hips and the trunk now. So bring your right knee in your chest with your both hands interlaced in front of the right knee. Bring your knee as high into the chest as you can. Keep your right foot pointing. This is extending the angle at the joint. That means it's pointing. When you cannot bring your knee any closer, lift up your head into this Ardha Pavan Muktasana. Nose towards your knee, compressing your belly. Extend your arms and leg one more time. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your left knee in, interlace your fingers in front of the left knee. And first keep your head down, just pull your knee as close to you as you can. When you cannot bring your knee any closer, lift up your head, nose to the knee. Point your left foot, feel this compression in your stomach. Then again extend your arms and leg, inhale. Next exhale, bring your right knee in with your right hand and open the right knee to the right side. Leave your left arm on the floor and you just press your right knee to the right side with your right hand like you are going for a tree pose. Press your right thigh as much to the floor as you can with your right hand. Then again extend your arms and leg, inhale. Now bring your left knee in with your left hand, open the knee to the left side. Keep the right arm, right leg on the floor. Apply as much pressure with your left hand on your left thigh as you can. Because we are in the supine position, you may be able to stretch your thighs more, open them more. We are not worried about the balance here. And again extend your arm and leg. This time as you bring your right knee in with your left hand, that means opposite hand, pull your knee to the left and turn your head to look at your right hand.
So going for a twist in your trunk, in your spinal column, in your neck. Again extend your arm and leg. Bring your left knee in with your right hand. Pull that left knee to the right side. Turn your head to look at your left hand. Feel the stretch in your outer thigh and that left hip, left glute. Keep your right foot flexed. And again extend your arm and leg. This time when you bring your right leg in, reach for your right calf with your both hands underneath the calf and draw that right leg closer to you like you're doing the pigeon, upside down pigeon. When you cannot bring your right leg any closer, you lift your head and bring your chin to the shin. Feel the stretch again in your right glute, right hamstring. Remember to breathe. Feel this compression in your stomach. And extend your arms and leg, inhale. Exhale, bring your left shin in with your both hands, reach for that left shin. Draw that leg as close to as you can and then lift up your upper body, chin to the shin. Continue breathing. Exhale as you draw the stomach in, inhale as you relax the stomach. That does not change. And extend your arms and leg, inhale. Now straight right leg in with your exhale, with your both hands reach for your right leg. Draw that leg as close to you as you can without lifting your upper body first. And when you cannot bring your right leg any closer, you lift up your head, bring your nose towards your knee, go as close towards that right leg as you can. Now with your left hand reach for your right foot. With your right hand, reach on the inside of the leg and draw that leg as close to you as you can behind your right shoulder. So you're pulling your leg towards your right shoulder, lift your head on the inside of the leg. Right hand goes from inside of the leg towards your heel. Again extend your arms and leg, inhale. Exhale, left leg straight up towards you, point your left leg, draw that leg as close to you as you can. Keep drawing it closer while you leave your upper body on the floor. We usually have the tendency to curl up from the upper body. But here we are compressing the lower body first and then lift up from the upper body when you cannot bring your leg any closer. Bring your nose towards the knee. Keep straightening that left leg as much as you can. With your right hand now on top of your left foot. Left hand goes from inside of the leg around your heel. Bring it as close to you behind your left shoulder as you can. So like you're framing your face between your left leg and your right arm. Your left hand goes from inside of the leg, not outside. And draw it in, remember to breathe. One more time, extend your left leg and your arms. Now bring your both knees in towards you. Hugging your both knees, lift up your upper body, hold it here. So now this is your Pavan Muktasan. Slide your fingers between your toes if your fingers reach your toes. And just draw the knees as close to you as you can. Remember, knees are inside, arms are outside. Wherever you can reach with your fingers is fine. Feel this compression in your throat, stretch in the neck. And extend your arms and legs into this extended boat position. So your head and legs are off the floor if possible. Breathe. Rest your head and bring your toes in this time. Reach for your toes with your hands. And knees are open like it's a butterfly position. So you hold on to your toes. And now bring your legs overhead. Lift your tailbone. Lift your tailbone so that your legs are overhead and then rock it up. When you come up, don't drop your feet to the floor. So exhale as you go back, inhale, rock it up halfway, not all the way. Exhale as you go back, inhale as you come up, so rocking your back. 2 more of these. Exhale back, inhale up. 1 more time, exhale back, inhale up, and now hold it here, hold it here. Don't let it fall off. Hold it. Remember to breathe. So you're engaging your core. Stay there just a bit longer. And then again, if you can open your legs right here, either halfway or all the way, do that. It's okay to hold on to your legs by the knees. Keep your back straight. If you find your back is rounding, if you're rounding your back, the gravity is going to pull you down. So straighten your back, hold it there, remember to breathe. So working your core muscles here. Put your feet on the floor together in the front, knees are apart. Walk your both hands behind you, fingers pointing away from you. Lift your head, drop your head back. So now again opening your throat, opening your heart, compressing your back. Remember to breathe. Bring your left hand to the right knee. Leave your right hand behind you and turn to look back towards your right hand. So seated spinal twist. Continue breathing. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. Leave your left hand on the right knee. Take your right hand overhead to the left side. Side body stretch. Now right hand to the left knee. Take your left hand behind you and look back to your left side. Apply pressure with your right hand on the left knee as you look back to the left side. Remember to breathe. Exhale as you draw the stomach in. Inhale, relax the stomach. With your right hand, push the left knee down. Take your left arm overhead and again side body stretch on the left side. It's important that we stretch the sides of the trunk every day. We often forget to stretch the sides. Remember to breathe. Now bring your left hand to the front, right hand to the front and reach forward with your both hands. You may also place your hands on the block and push your block away instead. Go as forward as you can. If you can slightly slide back and reach forward with your hands, do that. So sit bones going back and hands reaching forward. Feel the stretch in your lower back region, sides of your trunk, in your inner thighs, your hips, groin area. And the same position, I know this is going to be challenging, but see how this goes. So lift up yourself, lift up and back, lift up and back, lift your sit bones, lift up, down. This time as you lift up, come up all the way and then go on your knees. So come on all fours. So you are on all fours now in the prone position. We were in the supine position all this time. So shoulders over your wrists, hips in line with your knees, knees in line with your ankles. So that means don't keep your knees glued together like this. Keep them apart so that there is a hip width distance between your knees. And inhale, elongate your spine, lift your heart, look up towards the sky. So we are in this cow position. Round your back, exhale into the cat position. One more time, inhale, elongate your spine. Now lift up your right leg parallel to the floor. See how that goes. Extend your right leg in the back and extend your left arm to the front. So your right leg, your left arm, keep them as parallel to the floor. Your right arm is the weight bearing arm. If you want support, you may also place your left hand on the block. See how that goes. Now as you exhale, bring your left elbow to the right knee. So working those inner obliques. Inhale as you extend your arm and leg. Take your hand back towards your foot over your left shoulder. So it's opposite arm and foot reaching back. Look over your left shoulder. We're going to do two more of these. Inhale as you extend your arm and leg. Exhale, rounding your back, bring your elbow to the knee. The whole time your right arm is doing the weight bearing work. Extend your arm and leg. Inhale. Exhale, left hand to the right foot, working your posterior obliques. Look over your left shoulder. One more of these. Inhale as you extend your arm and leg. Exhale, elbow to the knee, inner obliques working. Inhale, extend parallel to the floor. Exhale, left hand back towards your right foot. Look over your left shoulder. If your hand is not reaching the foot, place it on the back pocket. Wherever you reach back is fine. Now bring your left hand under the left shoulder. Left hand under the left shoulder and extend your right arm, right leg. So it's now same arm, same leg extended. Don't switch your legs. Just the right arm, right leg. And again bring your elbow to the knee. So same arm, same leg can be a little bit challenging. Inhale, extend. Now bring your hand back to the right foot. Right hand to the right foot. See how that goes. Look straight ahead. Inhale, extend your arm and leg. Exhale, bring your elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend. And exhale, hand to the foot without looking back. Look straight ahead. One last time. Right arm, right leg elongated. And bring your elbow to the knee. Extend your arm and leg. Hand to the foot in the back. Look straight ahead. Now drop the right knee to the floor and extend your left leg. So we are on the other diagonal side. Left leg, right arm. Hold it there. Remember, everybody switch. Now we are on the other diagonal side. Bring your right elbow to the left knee with your exhale. Inhale as you extend. Right hand back to the left foot. Look over your right shoulder. Keep lifting that left knee up. Open the right shoulder. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Two more of these. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, reach back, working your posterior obliques. Reach on the pinky toe side of your foot so you open your shoulder more. Again, inhale as you extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee, round your back. Inhale, extend straight out. Hand to the foot in the back at your pinky toe side, the outside of your foot, not the inner arch. Now, right hand under the right shoulder. Shift your weight to your right foot, right palm, and extend your left arm, left leg. So same arm, same leg. Notice if there's a difference between the two sides. Bring your elbow to the knee with your exhale. Inhale as you extend. Hand to the foot in the back. If your right palm is not under the shoulder, it's going to be challenging. So bring it under your shoulder. Extend your left arm, left leg. And bring your elbow to the knee, exhale. Inhale as you extend. Exhale as you take it back. One breath, one move. This time your left hand is on the inner arch of your foot. One more time. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, elbow to the knee. Compressing your stomach. Inhale as you extend. Left hand to the left inner arch of the foot. Look straight ahead. Same hand, same leg, look ahead, working on the longitudinal system of the body. And bring your left hand to the floor, left knee to the floor. Sit back, child's pose. We are about halfway there. Enjoy this resting break. Remember to breathe. Now move your body weight forward one more time. Inhale. Position your chest between your two palms. As you exhale, bend your elbows, bring your chin and chest down, not your stomach, not your thighs. 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, chin and chest on the floor. 8 limbs on the floor. Ashtanga push up. And then elongate your trunk. Lift up your heart with your inhale into this Cobra Bhujangasana. In Cobra, don't dig your neck in your shoulders. So keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Relax your shoulders. I see some shoulders tensing up. Relax, relax those shoulders. Yes, relax. Yes, more. And then sit back in the child's pose again. Exhale. Leave the hands where they are. And you just stretch your back. Don't slide your hands back. Again, inhale, body weight forward. Position your chest between your two palms. So don't go down with your thighs and your stomach to fall off, but go with a controlled movement, stomach in, and you bring your chest down again. Exhale. Wherever you go down is fine. And lift your heart. Inhale. This time lift your knees off the floor. Knees off the floor. Tops of your feet remain flat, and you lift up your knees and thighs. Draw the body weight forward even more. Look up towards the sky.
Keep your shoulders relaxed down and away from your ears. Now flip your toes underneath and exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up, heels down. Remain steady, so don't bounce yourself. Just keep pressing your chin to the chest, chest to the thighs. Stabilize your legs. Press your heel to the floor. For a second, everybody bend your knees and press your chest back even more to your thighs. Elongate your trunk. If you feel your back is rounding, straighten the back, hinge at your hips. Keeping the back straight, if you can straighten the legs, straighten your arms, straighten your trunk, do that. Move the body weight forward in the full plank this time. Don't drop your hips and stomach, don't drop your thighs, lift up. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Remember to breathe. So this is a full plank. Now keeping your weight on the left leg, lift up your right leg, see how that goes. Single leg plank. Right foot to the floor, left leg up. I know it's a lot of weight bearing work for those arms. Now left foot down, body weight forward. Either you drop your knees or without dropping the knees, go for your full chaturanga push-up. So again, engaging your core, bend your elbows, don't go down with your stomach and thighs, but chest. Lift your heart one more time, inhale, feet are flat. Now drop your knees, bring your feet towards your head. Hold it there, going for that full cobra. As much as you can, bring your feet towards your head, keep the shoulders relaxed. Remember to breathe. And again, sit back in the child's pose. Continue breathing. Lift up your hips in the downward facing dog one more time. Go deeper than before. Lower your head closer to the floor. Lower your heels towards the floor. Now lift your right leg towards the ceiling. Take it as high as you can. Keep bringing your right foot up towards the ceiling. Move the body weight forward. Bring your right foot forward between your two hands. If you need to drop the left knee before that, do that. And then either with your left knee down or up, lift up your heart. Hold it here. Your right foot is forward. And you lift up your heart, look up towards the sky. Remember to breathe. Hold it there. So your left heel is up. If you need to keep your left knee down, that's okay. Don't let your right knee fall in. Keep your right knee to the front as if you are pushing the side wall away with your right thigh. Look up towards the sky. Go deeper. And bring your both hands by the sides of your right foot. Slowly shift your weight on your right foot and your two hands. Lift up your left leg in the back. So we are in this standing tripod lift. Keep lifting your left leg up. I am doing same as you, not doing mirroring because you have my side view. And start coming up on your right leg. Bring your left knee in your chest. Find your standing balance. Hold it here. Keep standing tall. Option, you may lower your left foot to the floor or you may reach for some support. Keep your wall handy where you can reach for that wall, or you can keep a chair or a stool nearby. Straighten that standing leg and bring the left knee higher, just like we did this in the warm-up position from lying down position. Everybody should have left knee up, not your right, left knee up. And open the left knee to the left side, push to the heel of your right palm. You should have your left knee up. Remember to breathe. Again, the same thing we did from the supine position. Now this is more about the balance. With your right hand, bring the left knee in and turn to look back at your left hand. Feel this twist in your stomach, in your spine. Continue breathing. Now swing your left leg back. Bend your right knee. Left foot is planted. Turn your upper body to the right knee and arms up. So we are in warrior one. This time both feet are flat and left foot is at a small angle. Don't let your right knee turn in.
At the back bend, look at your right knee. If your right knee is falling in like this, push it to the side so that it's not falling in. Yes, push it more to the side. Like you're pushing the right side wall away with your right thigh. Right arm to the front, left arm back, warrior two. Your right arm front, same arm, same leg. And look at your right middle fingertip in front of you. Your left foot is at a 90-degree angle to your right foot. Breathe. Straighten your right leg, reach through your both arms and imagine somebody is pulling you towards your right arm. Bring your right hand down towards the floor, towards your foot. Look at your left palm. So you are in this triangle position, legs as straight as you can manage. You may also use your block for the right hand if needed, if your hand is not all the way on the floor. Your left arm perpendicular to the ceiling, so it's not falling back and it's not towards your hips. It's above your right shoulder, left shoulder, all stacked in straight line. Now left hand to the floor or to the block or towards your right thigh. Raise your right arm. Look at your right arm in the revolving triangle. Parivritta Trikonasana. If you can bring your left hand all the way down, do that. Or you may make your block stand up or go horizontal, whichever works for you. Right hand to the floor, bend your right knee, pivot your back foot, slide that left leg back, right leg back. So we are in the plank, move the body weight forward. Either you drop your knees or without dropping the knees, go for your push-up one more time. This time stay on the belly and lift up your chest, lift up your hands. So we are in this half cobra position. Your feet are flat in the back, just lift up your heart. When you are ready, tie your hands in the back and lift up your legs also. So we are in this snake position, Sarpasana. Lift up your chest, your legs, knees, thighs, your heart. Continue breathing. Your spine loves the spinal extension. Now bend your knees and reach for the insteps of your feet, insides. To reach the instep, don't twist your arm like this. Don't twist. Right now, I am seeing a lot of shoulders twisting. Instead of that, just open your arms facing front and then simply reach to the inner arch of your foot so that your shoulders are externally rotated. That's right. And now lift up your chest and your thighs. Hold it there. So we are in this bow position. At the same time, press your feet back in your hands. So you lift up your chest, hands pulling the feet in, feet pushing the hands back. So you are opening your shoulders, your quads, your hip flexors, knees up, thighs up, and add a little bit of a rocking bow, chest up, thighs up, chest up, thighs up. Not your head, your whole trunk rocking. And side to side rocking. Go side to side on your abdominal muscles. Stack your knees, stack your hips. Complete turn your body so that you are stacking your hips and shoulders all the way. Come back to the center and extend your legs. Hands by your sides. Lift up your heart into this cobra one more time. Flip your toes underneath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up, heels down. Again, lower your heels, lower your head. Now raise your left leg towards the ceiling. Take it as high as you can. Keep reaching up. Make it as perpendicular to the ceiling as you can. Chin, chest towards your right thigh. And plant your left foot forward between your two hands. If you need to, drop the right knee in the process. That's okay. When you are ready, slowly come up with your trunk, with your arms. Lifting your right heel, keep it lifted. It's okay to keep your right knee down if you need to. Otherwise, hold this lunge. Left leg is the active leg, right leg is being stretched. Go deeper, bending your left knee more, sliding the right leg back more. Lift
lift your heart, look up to the sky. Continue breathing evenly. Now both hands by the sides of your left foot and lift up your right leg in the standing tripod. Keep reaching up with your right leg, take it as high as you can, again limbering those hips, strengthening the leg that's supporting you, that's standing on the floor. Start bringing your right knee in towards your chest, come up to the standing knee lift. So moving from that horizontal position into vertical balance is challenging, but challenging is okay to do. Breathe. Keep pushing through the left heel. Straighten that left knee. Stand as tall as your body allows you. So don't give in your back by pushing your knee forward or stomach forward. Stand tall. Open your right knee to the right side. Push to the heel of your left palm. Remember to breathe. Your right hand is pulling the right knee open, not the opposite. Same hand, same leg. Now left hand to the right knee opposite and push to the heel of your right palm. Stand tall. Feel this diagonal twist. Opening in your right side of the chest. Continue breathing. As you face front, swing your right leg back. Left knee is bent, arms up, warrior one. So there is a small diagonal shift in your right foot, so it's facing the right corner and your hips are facing front, so it's a closed hip position. Don't open your hips, lift your heart. Both feet are fully planted. Look up towards the sky, remember to breathe. And now slowly rotate your right foot to the right side at a 90-degree angle to your left foot. Left arm front, right arm back. Look back at your right arm, at your left arm to make sure both arms in line with your shoulders. Left knee is bent, left elbow, knee, ankle in straight line. Hold it there. So don't let your left knee fall in like this. Keep your left knee so that you are pushing this left side wall away with your left outer thigh. Activate your outer edges of your feet, outer thighs, by pressing the outer edges of your feet firmly down. Now straighten your left leg. Keep your arms out in line with your shoulders. Imagine somebody is pulling you towards your left and start going down sideways. Look at your right arm that's up there. If your left hand is not all the way to the floor, you may rest it on your shin or your knee or your calf, or use your block, or go all the way down if your body allows you. Look at your right arm. Keep pressing outer edges of your both feet down. Look at your right hand. You know the positions. You don't need to look at me. Look at your own right hand. Keep your mind with your body. It's important where you keep your gaze. If eyes start wandering, mind starts wandering and you lose that focus. Right hand to the floor or to the block. Raise your left arm, look at your left arm, revolving triangle. Again, keep your legs as straight as you can. Continue breathing. Exhale, you draw the stomach in. Inhale, you relax the stomach. Remember, it's okay if your right hand is not all the way on the floor. You may keep it on the block, keep it on the ankle, on the shin. Look at your own left hand. Keep your focus steady. All these triangles are look up poses. The longer you hold these stretches, the more you benefit from these. And bring your left hand to the floor, bend your left knee, pivot your back foot. This time, instead of taking your left foot back, bring your right foot forward. So both feet are next to each other and you are in this forward fold, standing forward fold. Straighten your legs as much as you can. If you need to keep them slightly bent, that's okay. And then rotate your upper body to the right side. Just a simple twist. Legs are straight. You rotate just the upper body to the right. You may place your hands on the floor or on the block, whichever is right. Then start walking your hands to the left side, to the left of your left foot.
or use your block as needed. Come back to the center. Bend your knees, raise your arms, come into this chair pose. So don't push your knees forward, don't sit forward on your knees and your hips. You need to sit back on your heels. Keep your knees apart, so don't squeeze your knees like this. Keep your knees so that there is a gap there and you are engaging your outer thighs. Keep sitting back, hold it there, breathe. So feel your weight on your heels and not on your knees. Straighten your trunk and go deeper. Go deeper. Activating those thighs. Go deeper and deeper and deeper. Hold, hold, hold. And going to come up slowly again. So take your time. Up, up. Slow is the key. Up, up, up. Stand all the way tall, add a back bend. Look up towards the sky, hold it here. Continue breathing. Bring your hands behind your back. Push yourself forward and add a deeper back bend. Look up to the sky again, your spine loves these back bends. Continue breathing evenly. Slowly as you rise, hinge at your hips. So go into 90-degree angle at your hips. So don't round your back, don't bend the knees if possible. Elongate your trunk, hinge at your hips and push to the heels of your palms to the front. Think of a 90-degree angle at your hips, at your wrists. Continue breathing, hold. And slowly going towards the floor. Bend your knees, walk your hands behind you. So come into this tabletop. Push your thighs up to the ceiling. Another weight bearing work for your arms. Shift your weight to the left foot. Lift your right leg. See how that goes. Hold this single leg tabletop. Continue breathing. Keep your right leg as straight up, perpendicular to the ceiling as you can. Activating your right thigh, your hip flexor. Right foot to the floor, left leg up. Feel your weight on your arms. Remember to breathe. Hold it. One more time, left foot down, right leg up. If you want to remain seated at any point, that's okay. Otherwise, this time when you bring your right leg up, reach for your right leg with your left hand. So a little more weight bearing work. Left hand to the right leg. Continue breathing. Switching sides, right foot down, left leg up. Again, sit down if you need to. Otherwise, shift your weight to the left arm and right hand to the left leg. Hold it there, remember to breathe. Exhale, stomach in, inhale, relax the stomach. Left foot to the floor, hand to the floor and sit down. Stretch your legs to the front. Sit up tall. Think of a right angle at your hips again, right angle at your ankles. Come to the front ends of your mats. Press to the heels of your palms forward, up to the ceiling, like you're pushing up. Breathe. And then add this forward fold with your exhale. Go all the way towards your feet. If your hands are not by the feet, you may use your towel or your strap to go around your feet. Get this nice compression in your stomach again. Both arms up one more time. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers pointing to the front. Point your toes and lift up your sit bones one more time. Anterior stretch, Purvottanasana. Hold it. Remember to breathe. Slowly going down. Bring your hands to the front, bend your knees, lift up your legs, hold it here, coming into this boat position. You may either hold on to the legs with your knees bent or straighten your legs. Breathe. When you are ready, extend your arms up. So full seated boat. Earlier we did the extended boat. in the warm-up phase. Now this is your seated boat. Continue breathing. Options here, you may keep your hands on the floor as you lift your legs up. So feel free to modify these poses. Hold. And again, bending your knees, reach for your thighs. Now keep your feet off the floor. Go down, lower back, middle back, upper back. Hands by your thighs, by your hips, palms facing the ceiling. We'll do reverse abdominal lifts. So curl up from your lower belly like this. Lift up. 1. Lift up your lower body only. 2. Keep your palms facing the sky. 3. So you're not using your hands to lift up. 4. Just compressing the stomach. 5. Working your transverse abdominal. 6. 4 more. 7. 8. Lift up your tailbone. 9. This time when you lift up, stay there, hold it, and keeping your legs up, support your back, reach up with your both legs as perpendicular to the ceiling into this full shoulder stand. Remember to breathe. Bring your both legs overhead into the plow pose. If they don't reach the floor, that's okay. Wherever you reach back is fine. Keep your knees as straight as you can. If you can bring your hands towards your feet, do that. And slowly go down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Feet on the floor. Extend your arms and legs, get that full body stretch. Point your toes and fingertips away from the center. Be back to the starting position. Flex your feet, flex your wrists, separate your toes, separate your fingers. Make your ankle and wrist rotation. Circle your feet and fists 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Let your feet fall off to the corners of the mat. Bring your hands down by your hips, about 8 inches away from your hips. Fingers curl up towards the sky. Nod your head up and down like you're saying yes. Roll your head side to side like you're saying no. Release tension from your neck. Rest your head comfortably in the center. With your eyes closed, starting at the top of your head, establish your intention to relax. Make it a conscious process of letting go of all the thoughts, worries, desires, emotions, stress. Move your awareness through your physical body, one body part at a time, making sure each and every body part is relaxed. Relax your forehead, let go of the wrinkles. Soften your eyebrows, space between eyebrows, eyes, nostrils, mouth. Put a little smile in your lips. Relax your chin, neck and throat. Soften your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, palms, fingers and fingertips. Keep your breathing deep, even, slow, quiet, without pauses, without jerks, through your nostrils only. And bring your awareness back up. Relax your fingers, palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms, underarms, shoulders. Relax your chest, upper back, lower back, stomach, hips and glutes. thighs, hamstrings, knees, backs of your knees. If something isn't feeling right, feel free to change your position. Be at complete ease with yourself in your own body in this time, in this space, in this moment, in this breath. Relax your shin bones, calf muscles, ankles, feet and your toes. Complete relaxation, your mind and body in total union through your breathing. Bring your awareness back up, slowly relax your toes, heels, ankles, shin bones, calf muscles, knees, backs of your knees, thighs, hamstrings, hips and glutes. Throw all your weight to the lap of Mother Earth and just relax, feeling completely light. Soften your thighs, hamstrings, hips, glutes, stomach, lower back, upper back. Relax your chest, your shoulders, neck and throat. Soften your facial muscles, chin, cheeks, jaws, eyes, eyebrows, space between eyebrows, forehead and the top of your head. Keeping your awareness there, gently bring your knees in your chest one at a time, no rush, no jerks. Hug your knees, wiggle your toes, awaken yourself from that relaxed state. Gently rock your body forward and back, roll it side to side. Make knee circles in each direction. Or open your legs into the happy baby or a big straddle. Alternate at your own pace, whichever feels right for your back. I thank you all for joining me in this practice. Please thank yourself and everybody here for taking this time out to be here, for sharing positive energy in your practice with everybody. Please join me in sending our goodwill out to the world. May there be peace, happiness, health, love, laughter and freedom to enjoy it all for everybody, everywhere. Roll gently to your right. Then to your left. From your left, come up to the sitting upright position. Sit upon your block. And we'll finish with about a few minutes of breathing and meditation. We'll practice our 2-8-4 breathing today. So come up to the sitting upright position. Sitting on the block or a cushion is always a good idea, especially when you're sitting for breathing or meditation. Index fingers, thumbs together. As you inhale through your nose, let your stomach relax and expand for 1, 2. Now you hold your breath inside for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you exhale, you draw the stomach in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your inhale and exhale both through the nose. Inhale, let the stomach relax. 1, 2. Hold your breath inside. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, start drawing the navel in. 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's not 4 exhalations, 1 long exhalation for 4 counts. In this round, decide your own count. You may stay with 2, 8, 4 or go with 1, 4, 2 or 3, 12, 6 or 4, 16, 8. Whatever count you inhale, 4 times hold, 2 times exhale. When you inhale, let the stomach relax so it can expand like an expanding balloon with incoming air. When you exhale, consciously draw the stomach in like you're squeezing the balloon to throw the air out. So minimize the up and down movement at your chest and focus on in and out at your belly button. That makes it a deep diaphragmatic breath versus your chest shallow breath. Keep going at your own pace, repeating your set at your own count. You may use ticking of the clock. If you have a clock nearby, use that sound as your counting meter so you can have uniform counting. And resume your normal diaphragmatic breathing whenever you are ready, keeping your index fingers, thumbs together. Turn your palms to face the sky, resting in your lap. Eyes closed, gaze between eyebrows. Awareness either at your diaphragm or your nostrils or your navel center, wherever you see your breath. Just follow your breath in and out. If there are thoughts, let them come and go. Just be with your breath. Exhale, you draw the navel in. Inhale, you relax the stomach. Breathing is the only process in the body we can do consciously or unconsciously. If you breathe unconsciously, your physical activities, your emotional state will control your breathing. On the other hand, if you start breathing consciously, you'll be able to alter the state of mind and body with right kind of breathing. And first step towards that mastery of your breath is simply observing, being aware. Just observe your breath. Whenever you are ready to finish this practice, bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers in the back. Exhale, bow down to Mother Earth for all the kindness. Inhale as you come up to thank the sun for the energy and the light. One more exhale down, being thankful for everything we have and everything we don't have. Inhale up. One last exhale down in gesture of a yogi. Forgive as you go down. Forget as you come up. And we are done. Namaste. Thank you so much. And because we started lying down on the back today, we'll be laughing with the belly on the mat. So face the camera with your stomach going on the mat with your toes falling sideways. And again, we're going to laugh because it is the best medicine and because it doesn't need any copay, deductible, insurance. Take a deep breath in.
Stay there just a bit longer. Keep that smile in your face. Keep sending these happy vibrations all around you. They'll be echoed back to you from all directions. We are all vibrational beings. Stay happy, healthy, kind, be well, take care of yourself, love yourself, appreciate yourself, extend it to others. And now we are done. Namaste. Have a great time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have any feedback, please feel free to share now. Any thoughts, suggestions, how did it go?
Even now, Vidya, I had one question.
Okay.
So, every time I finish the yoga in the last relaxation time and we lay down on the flat on the mat, I have a kind of shooting pain in the back of my end of the spine somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. And, after I kind of little stretch my leg on sides to side, it will, eventually go away. So when we started initially today, laying down on the mat, there was no pain for sure. But at the end of the yoga, when we, try to do the relaxation, I'm having that kind of pain in the back. It had happened, on the previous classes too. And I was wondering, am I hurting the spine somewhere by, stretching? Because, obviously I have not done an hour yoga like that before. So this is my first time, obviously. So what do you suggest?
So first and foremost, do you have this kind of back issue on and off, or this is the first time you're experiencing it?
So I have a sciatica issue.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the main thing. So maybe you're aggravating that sciatica in certain stretches, especially the lunges and the extension of the spinal column and folding forward. So see if there is, if you can observe that pain, if that triggers sometimes in the middle of the practice instead of just when you're lying down, because when you relax your muscles, you're going to feel it more. But if you can notice it while you are in the middle of the practice, notice that. Another thing, so doing these daily warm-ups that we do, neck, shoulder, arms, practice those every day if you can. And I have a video of that, and I also have a yoga for a healthy back video. I have 2 videos on YouTube. So I have topic specific yoga videos on YouTube if you want to practice some of those moves, especially the extension of the back. You probably have some kind of pinching of your disc happening, and that's why when you're lying down on your back, you're going to feel that pain.
Yeah.
So if you're lying down, you may also keep your knees bent instead of stretching your legs all the way.
Okay.
So if you keep your knees slightly bent, or you can keep a cushion or a towel fold underneath your thighs here with your sit bones on the floor, and keep a roll or something underneath your thighs like this.
Okay.
So you elevate your legs, and that will relieve the pressure on the lower back.
Pressure about the tailbone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yes.
Okay, and see, and again, the more you practice, the better this gets, because now with all these twists and back bends, you're going to bring more blood circulation and energy in the lower back area, because it often gets compressed when you sit a lot, or even when you're running and you put more impact on your joints. They're all connected. So it's the impact on your joints that's also making it, more challenging. So you have to modify how you do the rest of your activities during the day also, to make sure that if you're standing, make sure your weight is always equally distributed on both feet. So sometimes we stand like this, we are not aware. So standing all the time tall, or sitting all the time tall and not rounding the back, all of that goes into that.
Correct. Okay. I'll make sure that I'm a bit more aware. Okay. Thank you.
So thank you for asking. I'm sure it helps everybody else. So
Thank you.
take a break, enjoy. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.